Welcome back, everybody, from around the world. We have incredible information coming in just through Third Phase Moon, and I want to share it to you, the people, right now from around the world that subscribe and tune into Third Phase Moon every day. So let's take a visit to Mars right now. We love our submissions coming in, so let's get to Jamie Doyle. He says some new photos from Mars have just been released from the Indian Space Research Organization. He's given us some photos right now. Let's zoom in on this. Wow, this is a strange anomaly. We have two photographs representing possibly the same object. Let me tell you, I'm quite confused on what we're looking at. There is very smooth edges. It's not quite a perfect circle, a little off in a symmetrical design. It almost looks like a shiny rock of some kind, but you know, it's something that I can't really put my finger on. This anomaly seems to be orbiting the red planet. We have a lot of satellites taking pictures from above, but let me tell you, this isn't any kind of satellite that I can make out. Can NASA explain this to us, please? It seems that they managed to zoom in and get a really close-up, focused shot of whatever this anomaly is. Like I said, the edges are very smooth. It almost appears organic in nature. What are we looking at, people? I want to get your opinions. Wow, this is something very strange. All right, we have Brent Cousins here, and I want to get his opinion on what he thinks we're looking at. Brent, what's going on above the red planet?
Like, it seems like planets in our solar system are being attracted by some sort of satellite. I know Earth has a black knight that has been around for 14,000 years, and it's an enigma. Could the red planet be carrying its own black knight?
You know, there are definitely some similarities in the color, but the shape is definitely very bizarre. Whatever we're looking at over the red planet Mars, it almost looks like a mini Death Star, some people might say. But, you know, all kidding aside, wow, I think Jamie Doyle's onto something. When he sent this to me this morning, right away when I zoomed in on this thing, I was like, wow, this is something that makes no sense whatsoever. So NASA, what say you? Now let's go to Saudi Arabia. I want you to take a look at this. All right, this rock, known as Al-Nasla, is a mysterious rock located in the Oasis of Time. This strange rock is a great natural mystery that continues today without explanation. Let me tell you, look at this straight line. It almost seems like it was cut with a knife. Some people say there's maybe laser technology that we're looking at right now. This attracts thousands of tourists every year, and it's a rock, or maybe two rocks that appear to be divided by two or supported each on a small funnel-shaped column, finding both in a perfect balance. But that's not all. Is this some kind of intervention by extraterrestrials with more advanced technology than us, and they wanted to prove to people thousands of years ago that we are not alone? Because let me tell you, I don't think anything thousands of years ago could have done anything like this unless there was extraterrestrial involvement. Even now, it would be really hard to do. It seems that the exact width of this cut, a hot knife through butter, is about 2 inches. The mystery is definitely something that we need to solve. And if extraterrestrials wanted to point out their technology to us and say, hey, look at what we can do. This is a perfect display of evidence, in my opinion. This is something that the Saudi Arabia government needs to explain to us. All right, this was captured by Tio Panos, and this photograph was captured in Spain, and we're looking at this in real time with you for the first time. This was shared on our Facebook, and I wanted to get your reactions, people, from around the world of what was captured by Tino. Take a look at this. It almost looks like there's some kind of family of aliens. Okay, let's go to the next photo. Well, let's just pull it up. Let's get a closer look at this. I want to bring in some brightness, contrast, see if we could make out whatever anomaly is on the road there. It looks almost like there are two figures walking across the road, and they are very slinky, in my opinion. They match the alien gray description that we've heard thousands of times on our Third Phase of Moon radio. Wow, this is as we're bringing up the brightness contrast. What is that light down on the surface there? Oh, okay, now we're getting a good look. Let's do a side-by-side comparison when we really enhance this photograph. And what does it reveal? Two alien beings. Brent, what do you make of this?
Okay, let's take a look at this. This is good. I like that we got this closer look at this, and it's actually, we're seeing a lot of information right here. I see two beings, like you said. One looks larger and the other one looks quite smaller, and you recognize those two black eyes. That's most strangest part about this. What's going on?
Well, what's going on, in my opinion, is that there are two definitely alien beings captured crossing the road. What are they doing there? They're very slinky again, and their heads are quite large. I wouldn't understand what else it could be. Definitely not a tree. It's definitely not a human or any kind of animal that I'm aware of. In this kind of a photograph, it definitely it's blurry. I got to give you that. It's hard to make out exactly what was captured in this photograph, but it really does resemble some kind of bonding between two beings there. And after looking at it a third time here, when you're zooming in and we're adding on a little bit more brightness, contrast, and enhancement, you notice that there's something to the upper right above that orb, that bright orb. What is that bright orb over there? Is that some kind of a portal to jump in and out of wherever they're at? And if you look closely over here in this photograph, as we enhance it, look at this thing floating to the right. Is this some kind of other being? Some kind of interdimensional being? Is it in a midway of a transportation? It's hard to tell. We're just speculating here, but this photograph is very compelling, to say the least. And that's what it's all about, sharing your evidence to the world right here at Third Phase. Soho, more imagery coming in, and we're rolling with some video. And did you see what I just saw? When I saw this, I had to take a still photograph, enhance the video, and what are we looking at? It looks like a massive metallic flying saucer close to the sun. In my opinion, it is quite distinctive. It's there left of the corona there. With the enhancements, you see a lot of detail. It looks something extraterrestrial. It looks like a flying saucer, in my opinion. And whatever it is, it's big. Very big. More evidence of possible UFOs, extraterrestrial existence, harnessing energy off the sun, or are they just taking a flyby? Taking a look? Who knows? But whatever it is, it's there in Soho imagery. NASA, you did it again. Thank you. Brent, any comments on this?
It was interesting. I was doing a little research on the side, looking for information to share, and then you called me out to say, hey, Brent, take a look at this. And immediately, I was impressed. I said, zoom in on that. And that's what we do here at Third Phase Moon. We got a good look, getting some good contrast on this thing, and it definitely reveals something special. It does look like a saucer-shaped craft, showing its plate side, not the side of it. It seems like it's trying to capture the energy from the sun, absorb it like a solar panel.
You're right, Brett. The angle that was captured here, it's actually looks like it's capturing either the top or the bottom of this flying saucer. You see the circular patterns in this. And NASA's video only rolled for a few seconds. It only looped for about 3 seconds at max. We're going to be sharing the original link so you can check it out for yourself. And then at the very end, it seems like they either cut the feed or whatever, but for 1 split second, this image comes in to frame. Whatever's coming into frame here is definitely unidentified, in my opinion, and that's what it's all about. That's what I did. I was just looking over some Soho imagery, and this came up, and I'm like, wow, I gotta share this with my Third Phase of Moon friends right now. Now let's get to the next submission that's quite creepy. All right, guys, let's get to the next submission, and this photograph came in this morning, and I was pretty much confused by what I saw. I was basically shocked. It looks straight out of Aliens or something created by something from a Hollywood mind, but this is 100% real, and it's right here on Earth. But it's called, not an alien, but it's called a hydrothermal worm. Thanks to our friends at Facebook that shared their information to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. I wanted to share this photograph because it is quite amazing. This lives off the hydrothermal vents, and this is a photo from Felipe Caruso at FEI, captured 525 times with an electron microscope. This creature is quite amazing, in my opinion. Brett, when you first saw this, did you think this was alien?
What I first thought was this is something that's made out of nightmares, and I was very shocked on what we saw. Like, the detail of it was quite amazing. I wasn't quite sure what to make of it. First opinion of it was, is this thing made out of clay, in a sense? Is it somewhat contrived, like you said, from a Hollywood movie, a set? And then we got a little bit more detail in it. We did a little bit more research, and we found out that this thing actually exists. Like, if these things were on land and the size of dogs or cows, we'd have to rethink our way of living.
Welcome back, world. We have a new update from Egypt, the Sphinx. But before we get to this, I want to share you the 1670 painting produced by Peter de Hooch. Do you see what I'm seeing? Take a closer look. Now this is crazy. Tim Cook, the Apple CEO, the president of Apple, said this. He always thought he knew who invented the iPhone. Now he's not sure after recently seeing this ancient painting. Does this look like an iPhone to you people? It's quite interesting because it does look like they're posing for the camera. They have a whimsical smile. It's being operated as any other iPhone would be in regards to a photograph. Is this possible evidence of time travel? Could aliens be time travelers? I don't know. The evidence is quite compelling. What are we looking at? You have to lay your opinions below. We have Brent Cousins here. Before we go to Egypt, I want to get his opinion on this. Brent?
Very strange indeed. The painting's beautiful, to say the least. I'm looking at the painting as well, too. The artist is quite talented, I must say.
It's quite interesting because Steve Jobs could have got this technology. Could it be reverse engineered from ancient times? Is this alien tech, has it been around for centuries? It appears so in this painting. Now let's get to Egypt. We did want to do a follow-up on whatever is on top of the Sphinx's head. It almost looks like a manhole. Now we're getting an aerial view, and this was captured in the early 1900s, possibly the late 1800s. We're trying to track down the exact date, but what we're looking at now is a black and white photograph from a hot air balloon. And do you see what I see? It's in broad daylight. There's a hole on top of the Sphinx's head. This is a new discovery. This is backing up our first discovery in regards to this manhole on top of the Sphinx. Now we have two photographs representing the same anomaly. Now what is going on, people? What is inside the Sphinx's head? This is a big question we need to find out. We need answers. Egypt is a mysterious place. There's a lot of mysteries yet to be discovered. And now this looks like one of them.
All right, the big question is, why isn't this in the history books? This should be seen and heard everywhere. What's in the Sphinx's head? There's a mystery going on, and I think we just unlocked it with this 1900 or early 1800s, turn of the century photo of something amazing captured on a weather balloon.
You know, Brent, what I'm thinking is, what was a man thinking, or woman, whoever was in this hot air balloon in the 1880s or early 1900s? They noticed the hole on top of the Sphinx. That's why they photographed this. It is very rare when you get an image from this angle, because I looked it up on Google Earth, and it is as blurry gets. I can't get any detail from Google Earth in regards to what's on top of the Sphinx's head. So there's very rare photographs from this angle. If anybody out there can scan through the archives from Egypt, have you seen an angle from this on top looking down on the Sphinx's head? Send it to us at Third Phase Moon. I got a feeling there's more images in regards to whatever this mystery is surrounding
Third Phase Moon,
Sphinx.
Blake Cousins, welcome back, Lord. We have a discovery submitted by Maxim Trebo via our Facebook, and we're going to get to it right now. Let's get exploring planet Earth. We're going to be going to Asia, and this is between Kathmandu and Mongolia. And what are we going to look at? It is quite surprising. Let's stop it right there. Okay, right off the bat, it almost looks like Stonehenge from this aerial view. Let's get in a closer look, and right now I'm baffled. I can't explain what this is all about. It doesn't make much sense. Look at the three airliners within the circular formation of rocks, of buildings. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at. You know, let's go back in time and see what's the history behind this. Okay, we have these three strange looking airplanes, if you ask me. I don't see any runways. I see no rhyme or reason about what's going on here. It doesn't make any sense to me. We're going back to 2012. We still see the three aircraft here. What is this circular formation surrounding these aircraft? There's a shadow here. I noticed some kind of tower. Some antenna of some sort. Look at that. Look how long the shadow extends during the evening sunset. This is quite a strange anomaly here. Is this some kind of radio tower transmitting this location? It doesn't make much sense. Again, let's go back in time, 2007. All right, the three craft are still there, and let's pull it back, 2005. All right, now this is weird. We have now four aircraft within the circle of this weird location. I can't explain. What are we looking at? Can you tell me, people? Is there any kind of explanation? Does the Chinese government know what's going on here? Is there a reason why it's out in the middle of the desert? Okay, now we're pulling back, and this caught my interest right here. And this, I have to say, does not make much sense again to me. Look at this thing. This strange land formation. Is it natural? No way. What's the reason? You tell me. Or maybe the Chinese government needs to explain this. See, you have this anomaly, you have this square formation, and then it's next to this. Again, what is this place? Can you tell me what this is? Okay, I'm gonna start to speculate. Again, it almost looks like Stonehenge. All right, I'm no aviation expert here, but I gotta say, these aircraft look very strange to me. These tilted inward wings. Is this some kind of military jet design? Does anybody know what kind of jets these are? If you could help me do some research on this, people, I sure would appreciate it. Again, if you have any idea, if you're in China, if you're in this area, have you worked at this base or whatever this place is? Please let me know, because it does seem very strange. Again, why do they want to put the airplanes there? I see, again, no tracks, no runways leading into this area. How did the airplanes land here? Or were they set down here? That's a big question. Is this a possible dumping ground, would you say, for missing airliners? What is this? Okay, these look like military trucks. This looks like a fuel truck, a flatbed, and Again, let's see. Let's follow this road and see where this takes us to. All right. There's a tower. And these are some really, really bad roads here. Again, you know, I can't explain this. And I gotta thank Maxim Trebo for sharing this. He has his eye on Google Maps. And, you know, it's just very unexplainable what we're looking at here. Again, what is this square anomaly? It's not natural. Is there a reason? What are these patterns? What do they represent? Okay, there's some kind of base here to the right here. There it is. Some kind of landing strip, possibly. An airport that has yet to be constructed. Let's move along here. You know, there are no coordinates given or locations given by Google in regards to this exact location. Is this the Area 51 for China? I see no aircraft on the runway here. Let's see, we got some kind of building. Is this an airport? It's definitely not open to the public. You got a helicopter pad here. It's a strange thing what's going on over here in Asia.